All right, in this video, we are going to continue with our onboarding. I don't know what this snippet thing is, so I'm sorry, I cannot help you with that. It looks like repeatable snippets that you will use, like maybe Instagram plans. I don't know. I don't use it, so I'm just going to skip that. But what we are going to do now is we're going to set up our sequence. And a sequence is basically a set of emails that can be received maybe day after day, week after week. It really is a sequence or an order that is important to you and the context of the goal you're aspiring to achieve. So we're going to go ahead and start new sequence. And because this is a sequence, I love doing all things in text only. So I'm going to encourage you to do the same. We're going to do text only. We're going to call this sequence newsletter welcome. And so there are infinite ways to structure your welcome sequences, and this is just one of them. We're going to do a very simple three-step sequence to welcome your new subscribers after they go to your creator profile and they drop their email in. So this is going to be the basics. So thanks for signing up, or thanks for joining the bake weekly baking tips. I don't know. I don't remember what I called it. Weekly baking tips. Put your newsletter name. Put whatever you want to call it. And so it's like, hello, John. Thanks for joining. We love baking over here. And this is where you would spend some time setting up your copy, putting together something that some creators do or aspire to do to increase that deliverability is like you want the subscriber to respond immediately. So you could put an invitation here. Over the next 3 days, 2 days, you will receive info on one, what we do, how you can learn more baking magic. For now, tell me, for now, reply to this email and tell me what's happening in your world. And again, I am not a copywriter. I like to communicate, but you can hire some other copywriter or put it in ChatGPT or whatever, and you could like put this together. So you're gonna hit publish. Only other significant things to look out here, I like to have sequences immediately begin once someone signs up, because otherwise they're gonna forget that they signed up for your thing. So always the first email should be immediately. We're gonna hit add email to add a second one. And just as promised, what we do, it's like what we do at Holla Back Bakery. And so again, you're going to just put in all that copy. This is where you can say send it 1 day after or 2 days after or 2 hours after. It really depends on what the design of the user experience is. We're just going to keep it simple at 1 day. You could also turn off specific days of the week to receive this. Maybe you only want to communicate during the weekday. You could turn off the weekends. I personally do that for my courses. I don't communicate on the weekends. Just part of my values. A couple of things here. You could exclude subscribers from this email. Maybe you never want a client to see this email, so you could include, if they are subscribed to the tag of client. I don't know why that's not showing. This looks like a bug, but maybe if we have some more content in here, yeah. So, maybe you never want clients to see this email. I don't use this feature, but it seems pretty fascinating. So here is trash if you want to trash the email. And here's the last email that we're going to do is how you can deepen your baking. How you can deepen your baking. Join our monthly workshop. You could hit slash, put a button, and you put RSVP now, and you could put the URL and you could put the background, and I'm gonna delete it for now, but you could do all of that to customize your welcome sequence as needed. So once you hit publish, here you just review your emails. You want to make sure that anything that has draft is actually published and live. When you publish it, this little thing in the top left will go green and everything is green. So that means we are good to go. Before we move on to the next video, I just want to show you here a couple of more aspects with the settings. So you could send email as, we could set up like another email to send through, like if you have an alternative email. Here's a default template. Here's the sequence schedule. You could turn off the days for all emails here. You could put when you want to send it. You could exclude subscribers here, again, for all emails, not just on a specific email basis. Is this active or not active? Should subscribers be able to restart this multiple times? So if this is like a newsletter sequence, maybe no, maybe you only want them to do it one time. If this were a free like PDF download, maybe you do want them to be able to restart it multiple times if they sign up for it again. Should subscribers added via visual automations? So the question is, once a visual automation ends, should they stay in the sequence or should they exit the sequence? And this is going to be relevant where sometimes when they're in an automation, if they stay in the automation, then and you add a new email to the sequence, they're going to get that email like later on whenever you add it. So I usually like to exit them always, and that's why this is the default, and here it explains that. And so it really depends on, again, the context. So once this is all set, you hit update the sequence and your sequence is ready to go. Your welcome newsletter sequence is ready to ride. And in the next video, we're going to set up the visual automation to make all of that happen. We'll see you in the next